As long as a woman can look 10 years younger than her own daughter, she is perfectly satisfied. I have never given adoration to anybody except myself. It is only the modern that ever becomes old-fashioned. It is absurd to divide people into good and bad. People are either charming or tedious. A poet can survive everything but a misprint. Nothing, indeed, is more dangerous to the young artist than any conception of ideal beauty. He is constantly led by it either into weak prettiness or lifeless abstraction, whereas to touch the ideal at all, you must not strip it of vitality. A dreamer is one who can only find his way by moonlight, and his punishment is that he sees the dawn before the rest of the world. Morality is simply the attitude we adopt towards people whom we personally dislike. A conversation about the weather is the last refuge of the unimaginative. I can stand brute force, but brute reason is quite unbearable. There is something unfair about its use. It is hitting below the intellect. It is better to have a permanent income than to be fascinating. It is always the unreadable that occurs. This suspense is terrible. I hope it will last. Death and vulgarity are the only two facts in the 19th century that one cannot explain away. Yes, there is a terrible moral in Dorian Gray. A moral which the prurient will not be able to find in it, but it will be revealed to all whose minds are healthy. Is this an artistic error? I fear it is. It is the only error in the book. Art never harms itself by keeping aloof from the social problems of the day, rather, by so doing, it more completely realizes for us that which we desire. Questions are never indiscreet, answers sometimes are. When the gods wish to punish us, they answer our prayers. I always pass on good advice. It is the only thing to do with it. It is never of any use to oneself. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. The well-bred contradict other people. The wise contradict themselves. A man who doesn't think for himself doesn't think at all. Children begin by loving their parents. After a time, they judge them. Rarely, if ever, do they forgive them. The basis of optimism is sheer terror. The man who can dominate a London dinner table can dominate the world. Bad people are, from the point of view of art, fascinating studies. They represent color, variety, and strangeness. Good people exasperate one's reason, bad people stir one's imagination. I sometimes think that God in creating man somewhat overestimated his ability. All bad poetry springs from genuine feeling. One should always play fairly when one has the winning cards. If you pretend to be good, the world takes you very seriously. If you pretend to be bad, it doesn't. Such is the astounding stupidity of optimism. I suppose society is wonderfully delightful. To be in it is merely a bore. But to be out of it is simply a tragedy. Deceiving others. That is what the world calls a romance. Charity creates a multitude of sins. If one cannot enjoy reading a book over and over again, there is no use in reading it at all. She is a peacock in everything but beauty. Everybody who is incapable of learning has taken to teaching. I would have a workshop attached to every school, and 1 hour a day given up to the teaching of simple decorative arts. It would be a golden hour to the children. The function of the artist is to invent, not to chronicle. No man is rich enough to buy back his past. Alas, I am dying beyond my means. Anybody can be good in the country. There are no temptations there. Art is the most intense mode of individualism that the world has known. There are only two tragedies in life: one isn't getting what one wants, and the other is getting it. I am so clever that sometimes I don't understand a single word of what I am saying. The books that the world calls immoral are books that show the world its own shame. Always forgive your enemies, nothing annoys them so much. There's nothing in the world like the devotion of a married woman. It's a thing no married man knows anything about. Perhaps one of the most difficult things for us to do is to choose a notable and joyous dress for men. There would be more joy in life if we were to accustom ourselves to use all the beautiful colors we can in fashioning our own clothes. The critic has to educate the public, the artist has to educate the critic. Pessimist, one who, when he has the choice of two evils, chooses both. True friends stab you in the front. Arguments are to be avoided, they are always vulgar and often convincing. The difference between literature and journalism is that journalism is unreadable and literature isn't read. To expect the unexpected shows a thoroughly modern intellect. There are many things that we would throw away if we were not afraid that others might pick them up. The public is wonderfully tolerant. It forgives everything except genius. What is a cynic? A man who knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. Romantic art deals with the exception and with the individual. Good people, belonging as they do to the normal, and so, commonplace type, are artistically uninteresting.
Thank you for watching. Let us know what quotes you think are remarkable in the comment section below. Hit the like button, and subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed it.